Hey guys, Battlbox day, and Peter Kitty Cat in a corner. If you could see his little white paw. Hey, little white paw. Trying a new location. We're gonna see how this works. It might work, might not. I don't know. Trying new stuff. It's a new year. Do what we want. So, Battlbox, January 2019. Ooh, I did it. I did it. I owe you a beer. Battlbox, January 2020. And I always try to avoid spoilers. I'm always telling you guys that. Unfortunately, I got spoilers insofar as I've already heard people tell me they can't wait to see how disappointed I am in what is in this box. So, let's see what's in this box. So it's an awesome gift from a viewer, a Patreon member. Big deal on the Discord server. I mean, like, he really has invested personal time and money in that Discord server. Shaker, MT, Harry, the Nimrod, awesome knife. Had it in my pocket the last couple days, just because I haven't carried it in a while, so I wanted to. So where I'm at right now is part of my little model work area. So kind of like a nice sit-down cushion where I can watch TV and paint stuff. So therefore, it's also very dirty. Anyway, let's see what we've got in the Pro Plus box. Doing this upside down camera thing. So we've got the Pro Plus for mission 59. Wow, it's 59 missions. Now this makes it the 55th mission for me, because I joined, I think, at like mission 4 or something like that. So I'm going to say this, as I always do, in the video description. If you like Battlbox, and I'm not saying you should, I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm not encouraging you to buy it, I'm just saying if you were going to do it anyway and you liked it, there's a referral link you could click, save yourself like $10 on the first box, give the channel a little boost with some like referral bonus stuff that I can use for a project I have going on, will benefit the channel. I'm not encouraging you. I'm not trying to sell you Battlbox. I'm just saying if you're going to do it anyway, you can click that referral link in there. So 4 levels to Battlbox: the basic, the advanced, the pro, and the pro plus. The way it works is, you buy a level, you get that level and everything in it. So the basic is just the basic. But if you buy, for example, the pro, then you get the pro and then also everything in the advanced and the basic. And the pro plus, of course, includes the knife of the month, which is why I pay for the Pro Plus, because I want to get the knife of the month. So we're going to take everything out and we're going to go straight down this card, and we are not going to read this because I don't have my glasses on and I couldn't possibly read that right now if I wanted to anyway. So let's get everything situated and then take a look at what we've got. Alright, so we have review area in front of us. Everything is sorted in order of what it lists on the card. So we're going to start with our basic box with and everything is MSRP values, okay? Now, my viewers, I'm happy, proud, and a little like, what geek level are they operating on to say that instantly they can find like a better deal for just about everything I ever unbox. And they can come back and say like, hey, you can find that for this price. So remember, these are MSRP prices. There's a chance you're going to find this stuff cheaper if you just go hunting for it. But we're going to start with the Survival Metrics Hydro Kit with an MSRP of $12.95. And here's the Survival Hydro Kit. Vegetation Solar Still for water collection and purification. And yeah, there is South Park on in the background, by the way. So, a Vegetation Solar Still. It provides 25 gallons specially formulated optical clear collection bags. 3 of them UV stabilized food grade, 6-inch drinking tube, roll of duct tape, and resealable stand-up drinking pouch. But what it's telling me, if it's a Vegetation Solar Still, what I'm thinking is I'm going to open it. It's got, Ziploc so we can seal it back up. Now, water is one of the most important things. I mean, anybody that knows anything about survival, and forget survival, go for a walk out in the wilderness, you better have, like, water, It's, like, one of the key things you need to survive anywhere. Okay, you know what? Now, I was thinking for a minute, like, as I was looking at this, are they going to make you grow vegetation to harvest water off of it in an evaporation type way? So I guess what you're going to do here is you're going to take your plastic bag, You're going to put vegetation in it. Yeah, with non-poisonous leafy plants. Yep, and that's what you're going to do. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to fill this up with leafy plants. You're going to put it in the sun. You're going to let that moisture kind of evaporate out of there. You're going to let it condense, and then so this is just kind of like, so if you don't have a water source around, you're going to put the vegetation in there, which has water in it. Water will evaporate off of it, collect on the top of the bag, and then drip down. Condensation will bring it down, and then you can drink from it at the bottom of the bag. So now I'm not reading all the instructions, but I'm getting that's generally how it works. Interesting. I was thinking something else. Now, of course, a solar still. I was thinking water desalinization, kind of like, you take or water purification. You take non-clean water, you let it evaporate. You make some kind of filter around the edges of it. I was thinking of a more complicated thing. This is a much easier type deal. In the good old multi-service survival book, and in survival schools, they give you instructions on how to make an actual solar still for desalinizing water and for purifying water, but it involves having a container to collect the water in the first place, and then you've got to get sand and rocks and charcoal if you have it around the outsides, and then a second container to collect the water in at the bottom, and then some kind of plastic like this at the top, and it's an evaporation process, and then it goes through the filters and all that other stuff. This is much simpler. Much simpler. Now, is it worth $12.95? Well, I mean, I guess you got to weigh that against, is it saving your life? Worth $12.95. Could you put this all together now that you know what's in it for much cheaper? Yes, you can. I'm sure you can. You wouldn't get this cool instruction card that you could probably look up on the internet now that I showed you what it is. But you've got the bags, you've got the drinking tube, and you've got your little roll of duct tape which seals this all up. Effective, how long it takes all depends on your environmental conditions. I want to be a smartass and be like, well, just bring water, but I understand shit happens. You may run out of water. You might find yourself in an uninspected condition where you just don't have water. This is an option, and this will work. It will work. It is not going to provide you buckets of flowing, clean, delicious fresh water, but it could sustain you. I don't know if this is good for multiple people at once. Let's see. Does it say? I don't know. I guess, with enough vegetation. Yeah, but it's interesting. It definitely will work. This is a thing that is taught and will work. This is either something you would use when you've run out of other options, or because you failed to plan entirely in the first place, or like just the biggest oh shit scenario in time. I'm not sure if I want to put it in matte, and it is all stuff that if you looked up on the internet, you could figure out to do this and probably spend less than $13 putting it all together in a Ziploc bag. When we're looking at the price, I'm going to put it in matte. It's great to have in any kind of survival scenario. It's great to have as a backup to stockpiling water or having water. But it literally, could this actually save your life? Yeah, it could. It could. I don't know how long it's going to sustain you with the 3 bags. You got to remember, if it's hot enough to evaporate water, it's probably also hot enough to eventually grow bacteria inside those bags, which then is all bad things. So what they don't talk about is the hygiene factor of keeping those bags clean, turning them inside out, and allowing the sun to kill whatever's in them periodically and stuff like that. That's a whole nother lesson. I'm going to put it in matte for now. Good stuff, but I think we can do it cheaper. All right, let's move on. The Rats Tourniquet Generation 2 for $17.95. Who remembers the Barrel and Blade box where I pissed some people off royally about using the Rats Tourniquet, not quite per specs. Oh, darn it, I just ripped right through the how to use it thing. So there is a designated way to use the rat's tourniquet, and there is a quick, and I'm going to say just as effective way to use the rat's tourniquet. I will say that I like the rat's tourniquet. It is one of the most effective, quick use, heavy bleeding control devices out there. Once upon a time in the emergency medical world, we used to teach that the tourniquet was the absolute last step for, emergency bleeding control. Now, we teach the opposite only because the ability to take a patient and get them to a higher level care has increased so much, especially in military medicine, that the chances of, we used to say that putting a tourniquet on a limb was almost, and this is way back when I was a baby medic, so we're talking 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, that's how old I am. It was almost an automatic, you're losing that limb. Things have changed so much that if there's a traumatic injury bad enough that you need to use a tourniquet, you can throw it on there, and medical science and patient transport has progressed to the point where you can probably save that limb. Now, if you are out in the jungle or the brush or the desert or somewhere and you're all alone, you need to use this. That's a whole different story. But if you need to use it, you need to use it. So the instructions on how they, and this is what I'm going to do, how they intend for you to use the rat's tourniquet are in there. And I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm not going to demonstrate how we use them in the field, which was a little bit different, but just as good and a little bit quicker. The rat's tourniquet is a highly, highly effective device, though. I very much like them. They're awesome. So this is going to be a like it at any price, honestly. If you have to use this, it's worth whatever price it costs, almost. And $17.99, they're usually around $15-20. So I'm just going to take this and say, yes, I like this. Don't tear this sticker off if you're going to use it per the instructions in the thing. Okay? It's there for a reason. And it works very, very well. Anyway, so I'm going to put this one on I like it. It's an excellent emergency medical device. Carried them myself for a long time. Next, we have the Black Autumn book. That's what it says. Black Autumn book for $19.99. Black Autumn book. It's like a non-fiction book. Or this is a fiction book. He is the proverbial brains behind Ready Man's survival tools. Is this an actual, this is a saga. This is an actual book. Holy shit. All right. Must be one of the things we're talking about. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. Like, I'm very particular about the fiction I read and the nonfiction I read. I get it that a book is great to have in a scenario where you have lots of time on your hands and to keep you occupied. Just assuming I want to read this one is quite a leap, though. First of all, I really like Audible, because Audible is awesome. And it lets me kind of listen to books that I want to read while I'm doing other things. I get it that a book, first of all, hardcover, that's nice and everything. How about softcover if you're going to throw it in a pack? Maybe you're thinking about some mental entertainment in a bug-out bag. You really want a hardcover book taking up this much room and this weight? Second of all, if I'm in, let's just throw this out there, if I'm in some kind of apocalyptic saga, you think I want to read about apocalyptic sagas in the middle of this, or some kind of natural disaster or anything like that? Give me something about happy unicorns and springtime fucking meadows. Or something. Like, I don't even know if this is a good book or a bad book. Just, like, don't assume you know what I want to read about. I mean, this is not a good item for any box. Don't give me a hardcover book unless it's a really awesome reference book on how to do good things. This is a don't like it item. Just flat out. It's a don't like it item. Or, you know what? Give me like a gift card to Audible to pick out a book or two or something like that. Because for the same price on Audible, you can get 2 or 3 books or something. Or I'm saying Audible because I use Audible. I like Audible. I love Audible. And on my Amazon, I'm just throwing this plug out there. Yeah, I am. On Amazon Influencer, if you click the link, you can get like a free introduction thing to it on my page. I literally have like read dozens of books through Audible because you can play it in the car, you can put it on a phone, on an MP3 player, whatever. And it keeps track of where you are, and it crosses devices and everything. I don't want you to just select a hardcover book and throw it in a box for me. I don't like it. I don't like it! Alright, done. And next, in the basic box, we have Quick Seal Wound Spray. 2 of them for $15.98. And actually, these are pretty cool if you have not used them. Couple things you need to be aware of. They can be a little bit painful, stingy, not bad. Second, these are not like a match. They don't close the cure it. They don't it's not like something in Doctor Who or the Avengers where it's sprayed on you and all of a sudden you're good. It provides a cover for the wound. It's almost like a rubbery kind of seal. You can't go and act like an asshat. You can tear it open again. It's not a wound. It's like a wound closure, not a wound. What did I just even say? It's a wound cover, not a wound closure. It's like a sticky Band-Aid spray. Okay, so it's not like in place of stitches. It's not in place of, and it's for minor cuts and scrapes. I shouldn't even say in place of stitches. It's like instead of putting a Band-Aid or something on it, you spray this on. It's very effective and it's watertight and it works, but if you're doing all sorts of maneuvering and stuff, it can tear. It can re-expose the wound. You can buy this stuff at Walmart as well, by the way. I don't know how you would match the price for 2 of them for $15.98, but these are actually pretty useful to have. I like these. These are pretty nifty to have, and but again, for like a large open abrasion type thing, they can be a little bit stingy at first. Just if you're going to use them on kids or stuff like that, prepare them for it. But it is an effective thing. I like these. I like these a lot. So they'll go in there. You do want to, by the way, I don't know if it says it on here, if it's something like an abrasion, you want to make sure you do give it a little bit of rinse. You want no foreign objects in there, no foreign bodies. You want to get the wound cleaned out a little bit. If you were to seal it with some kind of bacteria causing whatever in there, you're sealing that into the wound. So take note. All right, so that's everything in the basic box. MSRP value, $66.91. We've got the book that I just don't like. We've got the Survival Hydro Kit, meh. And then we've got, go figure, 2 medical items that I like, that are in like it. Let's move on to the advanced box, which has 2 items. Okay, we've got the Ironclad Impact Protection Gloves, and we've got the Atomic Bear Survival Bivvy. So let's take a look at some gloves. They've got rubber on them. Okay, impact protection. So like I can punch stuff, I can knock my knuckles around. I guess that's what it's really all about. These are size extra large. I don't remember if, I know in some boxes they ask you your glove size and your t-shirt size and everything like that when you sign up. I don't remember if Battlbox did that. I really don't know. But they have impact protection, they have sweat wipe, that's what it says, TPR cuff puller, hook and loop, and anti-vibe palm. Well, you don't want one of those vibe palms, do you? So let's see what we've got. Feels like a good rugged construction on there. Actually, it feels pretty comfy inside. Extra large, fits pretty well. They are very comfortable gloves to wear. Padding in the palm. Reinforcements. Actually, the rubber, it doesn't give any strain to making a fist or using. So, you know, we're talking about impact resistance, though. You're not going to bang your knuckles around. It's not like you're... They're decent work gloves, okay? You might see them again as I'm doing some work outside. They definitely will prevent scrapes and bumps to your knuckles for sure. But I mean, if you look at the rubber pad, it's just some rubber. It's not super strong. Like, we're not talking Iron Man suit, although that would be pretty sweet if Battlbox would give us an Iron Man suit. Padding in the palm is pretty nice, where where anything would extend out from the skin that kind of goes in a little bit, you know, curving in, just to give you a little bit. Not a lot of stuff to help with grip or anything like that, just protection here and there. It's got that little nib to pull up. I like them. How much do they say these are? Less than $20. And as I'm in them, I don't feel too hot or anything like that. I don't know. I think they're worth a try. I'm not a huge fan of the bright green, but not bad. Yeah, I could put these in like it. One of the things I often think about when I see like these plastic reinforced gloves, and I've seen them at the BX and the PX a lot, is that there's actually kind of a strain to use your hand. So they're like, yeah, total protection. And I'm like, yeah, but who wants to have to work against their gloves just to, you know, pull a trigger or hold a weapon or hold a tool or anything? But these are very easy to maneuver your fingers around. There's nothing on the thumbs, by the way. It's all fingers and the back of the hand. Not bad, actually. Less than $20. I could put these in like it. Very comfortable to use. You might see them again as I'm working on some stuff outside as it warms up a little bit. Put that in like it. Next, the Atomic Bear Survival Bivy. Here's the Survival Bivy by Atomic Bear. Let's open this guy up. Well, here's a bag for it. And you know what? It is another tinfoil blanket. I'm not going to unfold it because I don't want to try to fold it back up. So it is 25 microns thick. Pouch included. It is 86 by 13. But it looks like it's an actual sleeping bag. It's not just, okay, so it's not just a tinfoil thing you can wrap around yourself. So that's nice. $14.99. I don't know how I feel about this. Does it fit just like this, or do we need... No, it fits just like this in a little sack, okay? I'm probably going to put this in meh. I mean, how many times are we going to get survival bivvies or tinfoil blankets or things like this? Is this one really that much better than any others? I couldn't tell you, because we get these in so many boxes, things like this. And I don't know if they're really better than others now. So I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm going to put it in meh. Good to have. I don't know if it's better than some of the other items that might have replaced it. Okay. All right, so moving on to the Pro Box, we just have one item there, the Climate Stash 18-day pack. It's probably the Climate Stash 18, day pack, not 18-day pack. But it's got an MSRP of $54.95. I'm sure it's not an 18-day pack, not coming in a bag like this. So let's see. Yes, absolutely not an 18-day pack. So let's see what we've got here. It says sleep outside. Let's see. Here's some specs for you. You got them? See those specs? See the specs? See them? Okay. So it has what they call an airframe. And it has a little pump right here. So we can pump it up. Remember the Reebok pumps? Anybody? So it has like a little vented kind of herringbone frame in there. So when you take it out, right? So I guess it can be in that bag, and you can take it out, and then you've got this frame that inflates, which is nice, you know, keep your back kind of cool, and then it holds the shape a little bit there. That's nifty. That's novel, actually. Has an external pocket. What's in there? Is there stuff in there? There is some stuff in there. Is this just like... There we go. That comes out. There's kind of a bump at the bottom here of the airframe. But I think you can take the airframe out too. It looks like it comes out. There's a Velcro section over here if you wanted to. I don't want to take it out right now. But it's just a small pack, you know. You can keep it folded up. You can walk around with it. $60. I don't know. It is incredibly lightweight, though. I mean, very, very lightweight. It's got a little cinch top to it, so you can close it up when you've got stuff in it. And then to let the air out, you just hold this down and squeeze, and the air comes out of your airframe. I think the airframe is a novel idea for helping you hold the shape in the pack, so it's not just a floppy bag. If it was just a floppy bag, it would be no different than, you know, the kind of thing you'd take a reusable shopping bag to the store. I still am not sure if it's worth $60. It is nice that it is not super tactical cool, you know, but here it is. I'm not sure how I feel. I think I'm going to put this one in meh. Climate, I think is a Going Gear brand, maybe, which would mean it was owned by Battlebox as well. I'm not entirely sure on that. I could be talking completely out of my ass, but we're going to put this one in meh. If it wasn't for that one feature on the airframe, it would be like, probably don't like it. Sorry, $54.95, not $60, $55. And now we're moving into the best part of the unboxing, the knife of the month, the Pro Plus. That's the only thing that makes it different, is the knife of the month. So we've got the Coultree Haswell Survival Knife, 1095 high forged carbon steel. Not just 1095 carbon steel, 1095 high forged carbon steel. Walnut handles, leather sheath, Scandi grind, 8 inches overall. 8 inches overall? The whole knife? $150, $149 for your 8-inch overall 1095 carbon steel knife. Made in China. So here it is. Let's check it out. Oh, it's got a good leather smell. Oh, I like that leather smell. Sure, do not eat. So one belt loop. That leather smells really good. Like, I can't even tell you. Oh, that smells good. Well, that's cute. Comfortable, very nicely done. Also has no grip to it whatsoever. I mean, none. I love the just fresh out of the forge look of it. But, well, I don't know. Like, something like this costing $150 needs to be hand forged to me. Not production. Not production at all. Let's see. And I'm doubting that this is a hand-forged item. But it is a comfortable, well-balanced, feels good. I kind of like the feel of it. You know, I could put it. I don't want to, with the price, I don't want to say I want to put it in the category of a Mora, but I mean, it's got the Scandi grind, the size, the weight, and the feel. It's probably a little heavier than most Moras, just because of the materials it's made with. Full tang all the way through, you can see that. It has a nice feel to it. I'm not crazy about the sheath, besides the smell. The smell is amazing. It does lock into there really, really well, though. You know, with just the friction of the shape of the sheath. It is... I love the rustic look. It's a very simple knife. I'm like, the $150 price tag of it, I'm like, I don't know. Don't know. Let's see if it does the paper test on this stuff that came out of the backpack nicely. No, it doesn't. Actually, it does. If you go slow enough, you got to let it really go slow because this paper is very flimsy. That's kind of what I wanted to test. That's actually like phone book paper is the ultimate paper test because it's so flimsy, and this does great on this flimsy tissue-like paper. So this blade is done really well. I don't have 550 cord, but trust me, if it's doing this nicely, it's going to do the 550 cord nice. Just excellent, excellently finished blade. I'm not doubting the quality of the knife. I just, the size and the handle, I'd want to wear gloves when working with this thing. There's barely anything to stop the blade from slipping if you get into some hard use issues. Now, they say survival knife, so hard use, right? It is beautiful in my eyes, just the way it's made. Beautiful, like, stained wood handles, brass pins holding it together. Nice polish work. I love the look where it still has the scale from coming out of heat treat and everything. That's gorgeous to me. I love the rough finish where you still see like the hammer marks and the pits in the steel from forging. That's great, but I think the price tag on this is a little over exaggerated. And to call this a survival knife, I don't know really if I would want to put this through. I don't know if I'd want this to be my real heavy hard use knife. Just because holding on to it with this very beautiful, again, beautiful finish, but very slick finish, without a lot of good grip and a relatively small handle. But I like the knife. I really do like the knife. It is a beautifully finished knife. If something like this was done completely by hand, I could justify the price tag, but not at a full production kind of way. So, I'm curious to see what all you guys are going to think of this knife of the month. I do like it, and I will use it, and I will try it out. And there may or may not be another video talking about the hard use qualities of this knife. I'm just not sure right now. As a bushcraft knife, as, you know, just a hiking knife, something like that, I would like it. If I was to take it as a survival knife, the way they are advertising it, I'd have to say meh. I don't feel like you've got the qualities of survival knife that I would want to put it in there. Now, you know, we could debate how am I judging bushcraft knife versus survival knife. They're two different things to me, and that could be the subject of another video. Let's do the roundup of what we've got. So, with the Pro Plus being about $160 with shipping altogether every month, right? In the like it pile, we've got the gloves, we've got the spray, the wound closure spray, and we've got the tourniquet. In the map pile, we have the Climate Pack, we have the Survival Hydro still, we've got the Knife of the Month, and we've got the Atomic Bear Bivvy. And in the don't like it pile, we've got the book. Not a great way to start off the new year. Not thrilled, but, you know, we'll see what comes next. This, to me, is just, this isn't even a filler item. This is like, what the hell is this about? What are you doing? This is worse than when they throw the magazines in there. At least the magazines have, like, relatable content that you might want. What is this? I don't know. Gloves feel pretty good, though. I'm really, definitely excited to kind of try them out in a real scenario sometime. Maybe next time I am doing like a hard use test on something, whatever. You know what? Let's just real quick. Now, see, these give you like no actual traction. These gloves, I get it. They'll protect you a little bit, but they don't help the traction factor on this knife at all. So I stand where I put everything. What do you guys think? So where, you know, with all these different items, anybody maybe would put something in a different pile than I did, or want to debate the usefulness or non-usefulness or the kind of ratings that I put them in? Feel free to discuss. I will have a Smoky Mountain Knife Works care package unboxing for you guys really, really soon. Just have to work out one detail to make sure I'm like got the right box to unbox for you and the right info. But you can expect that any day now. Remember that in the video description, if you like Battlbox and you do want to subscribe, you can use that referral link to save yourself $10 on your first box. It's right in there. But now, yeah. So remember, You guys are the best part of this channel, as always. Your comments, your participation, you're watching the videos. And so that's why I always end every video by saying you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.